Hello, today we're going to be looking at that Lenny Kravitz song, Are You Gonna Go My Way? It's from Rock and Pop Syllabus Grade 3. It's a great piece because it incorporates rudiments as well as some nice grooves to be played. So let's get to it. First part, it starts off with flams. Now I tend to play flams alternating the strokes. So a flam is where you have this grace note before the main note, and I'm going to make my left hand here a little bit closer to the snare drum than my right, so when I bring them down together it plays that grace note before the main note comes down. Next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my left hand up and play that grace note with the right hand. So what you can do is just to begin with, this is a nice little exercise, nice little warm-up exercise, is just alternate them between the two. So I'm going to play now along that first line. Now that has a bass drum introduced to it on the and of 3. We've got 1, 2, 3. And that then develops as we go through the next line. So starting from bar 5. Now that fill at bar 8, it's a flam, all on the snare drum, and that then leads us into bar 9, which is a crash cymbal. We're into the main groove, as it were, of the piece, which is on the ride cymbal. Okay, so we've got two fills to look at now. One is at bar 12, it's just a little fill on the snare drum. So the whole bar is this. And then the next fill is at bar 16, a little bit more to this one. Then again, still all on the snare drum. So now we're at bar 17, carrying on grooving, but now we're going to be on the hi-hat. Fairly straightforward groove there. The only difference is that little bit of syncopation on the snare drum where we've got. And that's going to be in bar 20 and bar 24. Bar 25. Now on paper, perhaps that fill looks a little bit challenging, as it were. But I think when you play it along to the track, you'll hear how it fits in with the rest of the music that's being played. I'm going to just play it a little bit slower, and I'm going to put in a bass drum beat just to give you a reference where the beat is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, moving along to bar 29. Fairly straightforward groove now in these next 4 bars. Bar 33. Two, 3, 4. Then we got these flams. And this fill here at bar 42 takes us back to the groove on the hi-hat, on the ride cymbal, sorry. So this fill here. Now we're at the DS-Al coda, which basically means we're going to be going back to the sign at bar 17 and playing that all again, And then when we get to bar 32 on the second page, we take the coda. You can see where it says to the coda. So we take the coda, which is bar 47. We're now on the hi-hat, so we've got a fairly straightforward groove again. Crash. Crash again. Then we've got 2 bars rest, then in with the flams. So the next bar that we've come to is bar 58, where we've got this single stroke rolling effect with the bass drum playing crotchets or quarter notes, as we may know them, on the bass drum. Dynamically, we're going to be starting quiet and then getting louder as this develops. It's over 3 bars, so we've got this. Okay, now that fill there. A couple of ways you can play it. You can play it just alternate strokes, so whenever you've done a right, the next stroke is going to be a left. Or what you could do is fill it in. So if we're playing, we've got a bass drum that's playing 1, 2, 3, 4. If we play a right hand with that and then fill in with the left. So there's 2 ways of doing that. Then bar 62, we're back to a groove, but it's on the ride cymbal again. And there we have it. Good luck with that one. Bye for now.